Hello everyone, I'm your host Heather Dawson and welcome to the September episode of Healthy RC Living. Well, going green is important for both the environment and our health. Brooke Slyer shows us how a local business is updating its practices and becoming more environmentally friendly.
I'm Brooke Slyer here at Mindrum Precision, a 60-year-old company that's going green to help keep the community healthy. Mindrum Precision, a local family-owned company that makes glass and ceramic parts for high-tech machines, is the latest business to join the Healthy RC Green Business Recognition Program. Deborah Allen, who helps manage the program, explains its significance for the community.
The Green Business Recognition Program is one of those programs that we reach out to the community and reach out to businesses who are doing environmentally friendly practices and implementation into their business and want to recognize them for their efforts. It's really been a fantastic program. The city started it back in 2012, and we have 7 businesses total in the program. Though so far, we're currently working on recruiting more businesses because we know there's a lot of businesses in the community that do environmental efforts, whether it's related to the drought or energy efficiency or transportation measures. And it's really a great pleasure to work with the businesses and see what they do and see how they're making a contribution to the community.
Allen says, going green is good for both the environment and our health.
Keeping Rancho Cucamonga environmentally sustainable and moving towards a more green city is very important to the city of Rancho Cucamonga as a whole because it's really a quality of life. The more that the community and residents get involved in becoming more green as well as businesses, it's really beneficial to everyone.
CEO Diane Mindrum says she decided to join the program after buying more than 850 solar panels to help keep electric costs down. Mindrum's son, Kurt, explains there are more than just financial benefits from installing solar panels.
It cost us over $867,000, but it was money well spent because not only are we seeing a reduction by 50% in our energy bills, which we're approaching over $100,000 annually, so we save money on that aspect, but we're also saving 800,000 pounds of CO2 emissions. That equates to 20,000 trees planted. Those benefits are going to help our children, help the next generation of employees, my kids, and my employees' kids. And that's what we have to take care of. That's what we have to be good stewards about.
Now, Mindrum Precision is doing even more to go green.
We're reducing our use of paper by being careful and printing on both sides of the paper. We have drought-tolerant plants, and we have no sprinklers. We do all of our watering just by hand and only in June, July, August, and September. If it doesn't survive naturally, then it gets replaced.
In addition, the company is switching their lights to LED bulbs, reusing boxes, shipping with biodegradable peanuts, and is even planning to install an electric car charging station. Kurt Ponsor promises the company will continue to go green under his leadership.
I want to make sure that my kids grow up without any health problems from choices that I've made. If I have an option of working a little harder to make sure that the compact fluorescent bulbs get properly disposed of, I want to do that. If I have to work a little bit harder to make sure that we save resources so there's less mercury or other hazardous materials in the air, water, and our food, I'm going to do that because it's important. You can't put a price tag on people's health. And I will work and I will ensure that Mindrum works to make sure that the future of our planet, the future of our kids, is critical, important, and taken care of.
All Rancho Cucamonga businesses are encouraged to apply for the Green Recognition Program by completing 3 easy steps: checking off all the green practices applying to the company, completing at least one no-cost resource assessment for energy, water, or waste, and submitting the application to Deborah Allen. Benefits from the program include recognition from the city, free assistance in making green improvements, and cost savings. For Healthy RC Living, I'm Brooke Slyer.
Well, it's hard to believe the Lewis Family Playhouse is turning 10. The celebration included 10 seasons of memorabilia, activities for the whole family, backstage tours, giveaways, and of course, a birthday cake.
Happy birthday, dear Victoria Gardens Cultural Center. Happy birthday to you.
The Lewis Family Playhouse at Victoria Gardens is celebrating 10 years of bringing top-quality professional stage productions, community and children's theater, and renowned performers and musicians to Rancho Cucamonga. The Playhouse is a dynamic performing arts center where they educate, entertain, and ignite high-quality theatrical experiences for audiences of all ages. The Playhouse recently held an open house community birthday celebration to mark the first decade of performances.
We're so excited to be here. This is a huge milestone for us for 10 years. And we have so much going on today. We've got all kinds of things on display for our theater companies, for Main Street, for community theater, our beautiful events room, which is beautifully decorated. We have games and activities out in the courtyard, and we're just really excited to celebrate with our community today.
Dedicated in August of 2006, the Lewis Family Playhouse is an intimate, state-of-the-art performing arts center with 560 seats on 2 levels. It came about after the city recognized that the arts create stronger communities and provide lifelong benefits which are encompassed in the holistic nature of Healthy RC. Over the years, the Playhouse has hosted more than 150,000 people who've attended one of the 500 performances. Sheena Easton was the very first performer to grace the stage back in 2006. Since then, there have been dozens of professional, family-friendly theater productions, live concerts, and comedy shows. The Lewis Family Playhouse really does offer something for everyone.
One of the things we knew we wanted here was theater for young audiences, so we created the Main Street Theater Company, which is a professional theater company, and we produce it right here in our own house, and we do these shows, and we have multiple shows for kids and families. In addition to that, we have our community theater, which existed before the Cultural Center, so that's continuing here, and we started a program called Broadway at the Gardens, which is an iconic Broadway musical that we do one every year. And of course, in addition to all of our theater, we have our guest artists, and we've had many wonderful guest artists over the years.
One of the true success stories of the Lewis Family Playhouse in the first 10 years has been the Main Street Theater Company, which is the resident professional theater group for young audiences.
When we opened 10 years ago, one of the things that the city really wanted was a theater for young audiences, and we didn't know what it was going to be. And now, 10 years later, Main Street Theater Company has done 3 shows a year with professional actors, designers, and directors. We've gotten awards, we've gotten grants from the National Endowment of the Arts. I think we didn't have any idea 10 years ago that we would become a nationally recognized theater for young audiences. We're really, really proud of that, and really excited to be celebrating 10 years of doing this great work for the children and families of the community.
And community theater continues to be an important part of the Lewis Family Playhouse, providing a quality learning and performance experience for youth, teens, and adults.
One of the goals of this theater is to make sure that the community always has a chance to utilize the stage. So our community theater program, our theater arts classes, those are the things that I help put together, as well as our Broadway at the Gardens, which is professional non-union theater.
And there really is no doubt that in the first 10 years, the Playhouse has captured the hearts of the community.
Well, it was lovely, and I love the Playhouse because every seat is a good seat. I just love it. I love it. I try to come to all of them.
So whether living in Rancho Cucamonga or just visiting, a night at the Lewis Family Playhouse is a must-do activity. 90,000 square feet of energetic, vibrant space dedicated to igniting imaginations, fostering an appreciation for cultural and performing arts, and celebrating life's moments. The Playhouse is kicking off its 11th season with a fantastic lineup of performances and entertainment. To find out the latest and get tickets, go to lewisfamilyplayhouse.com, and we'll see you there. I'm David Wiley for Healthy RC Living.
Pokemon Go has swept the world, including right here in Rancho Cucamonga. We sent out Marco Gutierrez to see what all the fuss is about.
Pokemon Go is a free-to-play, location-based augmented reality game developed by Niantic, and it's getting Rancho Cucamonga active and outside. Using a mobile device, players move within their real-world surroundings to locate, capture, and train virtual Pokemon. Recently, the Archibald Library hosted a Pokemon Go workshop for residents to learn more about the game.
Well, I think Pokemon Go has definitely helped get people out in the community, and living in Rancho Cucamonga, it's probably the best community to walk around in. If you're going to use the app, you can take the Pacific Electric Trail to any one of our parks and locations. And I think getting dogs and getting the family out and about to search for, a Charmander or some type of Pokemon character, it's a great way to just get out in your community and see what, what's going on and to meet other people. So health-wise, it's a great app, I think, if people use it, with common sense and judgment.
Since the release of Pokemon Go, there has been a 7% increase in users getting 30 or more minutes of exercise per day. The game features a fitness tracker and step counter, so for people to make their Pokemon stronger, they have to go outside and walk. This is getting them outside on longer walks and exploring their parks and areas.
And also, like Archibald Library is a gym for Pokemon Go, so if they want to come and battle and try and take over that location, they can.
Evidence has shown that Pokemon Go has had a positive effect on mental health. Rancho Cucamonga put together workshops at the Archibald Library for residents to also take advantage of this phenomenon.
We really tend to tie literacy to those pop culture phenomena to try to get children just excited about reading. So we had a story time about monsters. We had a craft that was a Pokemon ear craft, so a bunch of kids running around looking like little Pikachus. We had a Pokeball toss game. And then we talked about Pokemon the app and basically how to play it, but also more importantly the safety tips that are associated with it. I think the best part was that you saw a lot of people come together who maybe normally wouldn't meet each other, but they're coming to the library to play games, make crafts, and finding that their kids both love playing Pokemon, so they're setting up Pokemon tournaments, at the park, and so it's just a lot of fun to see people connecting in that way. It's important because it's something that people in the community wanted to learn about, just because some parents might be a little cautious about just handing over an app to a child and not understanding what it's about. I think it really helped parents make a decision as to whether they wanted to offer this to their child or not, or play with them.
The game has been praised for promoting physical exercise, but as cell phones can become a hazardous distraction, Deputy Sheriff Jacob Bailey has some safety tips so you can safely enjoy the Pokemon Go app.
Pokemon Go has affected the city of Rancho, but I think for the most part it's been a positive effect. It gets the community out, gets the community to meet others, but also we want to make sure that if you are going to Pokemon Go, that you make sure you understand your situation awareness, right? Understand where you're at and what you're doing, because people are going to be looking for you if you're focused more on your phone than the outside elements. If you're walking around near a street, just make sure that you understand that those cars are probably not going to stop for you, so you got to be aware of your surroundings while walking near a street. While using a phone while driving is against the law, you're breaking the law. So that's going to be the same thing when you're Pokemon going and driving, right? You're breaking the law. So we want to make sure that if you are driving, you put that phone where it needs to be and you stay off of it. We want to make sure that players of Pokemon Go understand that if you enter an area where it's a private property, you are potentially trespassing. So have that understanding before you enter somebody's property. We want to make sure our residents have that situational awareness while playing Pokemon Go. Understand your surroundings and the environments that are around you. Pokemon trainers can catch nocturnal Pokemon in our parks as long as they adhere to our park hours, which is 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. So if you're catching those nocturnal Pokemon between then, you're okay.
There you have it. Stay safe, Rancho Cucamonga, while you try to catch them all. Reporting for Healthy RC, I'm Marco Gutierrez.
And as the kids head back to school, the city celebrates International Walk to School Day along with the important Look, Look, Look campaign.
Parents and students, welcome back to school this new school year. The Rancho Cucamonga Police Department would like to wish you a happy and safe school year. And just remind you, be as safe as you can while walking to and from school.
The start of a new school year brings new opportunities to stay healthy. But when things get hectic, finding time to stay active can be tough. That's why Healthy RC and the Rancho Cucamonga Police Department have teamed up with the Safe Routes to School program to provide educational fun and improve the safety of our community.
We think here at the Rancho Cucamonga Police Department that a healthy living includes, riding bikes and walking as much as it can. But we just want to reiterate to those students that are walking and biking to school to be as safe as you can. Utilize the crosswalks and make sure that you are stopping on that red and proceeding through when it tells you to.
The Safe Routes to School program works with parents, members of the community, and the government to enable simple opportunities that can change children's lives. By improving the safety, accessibility, and air quality surrounding various schools, children are encouraged to get active by walking or biking to school. There are currently around 15 schools that have joined this movement and are enabling healthy lifestyles at a young age.
A healthy living is a very important aspect to all life. So we want to make sure if they have an opportunity, students have an opportunity to walk to and from school, that they do that. But again, we want to reiterate the fact that safety is our #1 concern. We want to make sure that they're aware of their surroundings and not just locked on their phones when they're walking to school. So have that situational awareness when you do walk, because when you walk, you're going to become a lot more healthy and it's going to be better for the environment.
Just like there are many ways to stay active, there are many ways to stay safe. Programs such as the Look, Look, Look campaign, Pacific Electric Trail Safety, and Walk to School Day have all provided safety education for a healthy community. It is Healthy RC's main focus to provide programs like these to meet the 8 community health priorities and obtain a healthy mind, healthy body, and healthy earth, all while staying safe in the process.
We want to make sure our students or parents are safe while walking to and from school. That means using crosswalks and making sure they stop on that red.
For those parents who prefer driving their children to school and getting their exercise in different ways, there are still safety measures to consider. Speed limits, parking regulations, crosswalks, and road laws are all vital aspects in ensuring safe driving and regulated traffic.
Parents that are dropping off their students utilizing their cars need to adhere to all California Vehicle Code violations. If it says they can't park, we want to make sure that they're not parking there. They need to find a safe spot to park before dropping or unloading their child.
With the proper knowledge and awareness, we can make this school year the best one yet. That's why we would like to invite you to join us on October 5th to celebrate International Walk to School Day. Children will learn about different safety measures, laws, signals, and more, all while having fun and getting active. For more information, please visit www.healthyrc.com.
Students returning to the 2016-2017 school year, the Rancho Cucamonga Police Department would like to welcome you, and we just want to make sure that you have a safe and happy 2016 and 17 school year.
With summer and bikini season in full swing, eating healthy and lighter becomes part of the daily regimen for many people. Luckily for the residents of Rancho Cucamonga, they need look no further than the Terra Vista Farmers Market for their local fresh food fix.
Farmers markets are grassroots local events that help the farmers as well as get the community eating healthier food, fruits and vegetables. We have honey vendors, we have different other companies that sell, and they're all locally based, so it's really great because people are actually eating healthy things and getting to meet each other, which is really great.
Eating healthy and getting families to be more active is one of the main goals of the Healthy RC program. And in efforts to promote the healthy movement, the city works hard to find out exactly what the residents of Rancho want to eat and purchase at their local farmers market by assessing the needs and wants of the community, one individual at a time.
So it's really important to hear back from each and every person that's here, so they know that the community, like for example the city, our Healthy RC cares about what they need and want, and also
it provides a space for people to really engage with the city and, like, you know, talking about healthy RC.
The farmers market also promotes a healthy local economy, and by finding out exactly what the RC residents want, helps encourage the involvement of other local vendors and the growth of the market.
This information helps the leaders of the farmers market so that they can improve for future events and just learn more about what the community needs and wants. And also, it gets people moving and walking around. So by going to the different vendors, they get to, you know, get some exercise and be outside, which is really important. It's really exciting to get to meet the community and hear what they have to say.
And in the constant battle against childhood obesity, the city recruited the help of youth leaders like Delaney Digner, who is only 12 years old, but already understands the importance of living well at any age.
We need to know what the people think of the farmers markets and what, like, the youth thinks, because some adults, they don't really think of, like, what the kids think, and so if their parents are here, then the kids can kind of, like, give an invoice on what to put on the boards.
The Terra Vista Farmers Market is located on Foothill Boulevard year-round. For more information on how to qualify for the Bring Health Home program and receive double bucks, visit www.cityofrc.us. Bringing you the best of Rancho Cucamonga, I'm Conchetta DeLuca with Healthy RC Living.
Coyote Canyon Elementary School hosted the Flight to Mexico event for the students, focusing on the benefits of physical activity, the experience of travel, using healthy creativity and their imagination, eating a balanced nutritional diet, and the beauty of different cultures. It's a wonderful tie into the holistic approach of Healthy RC, involving mental health, education, healthy eating, and active living.
Election day, the kids get to vote where they want to go, so they got to choose one of 4 destinations, and they chose Mexico. So then once Mexico was chosen, then the planning began. We start to form a flight committee, and then the parents start to share different locations and destinations and what we want the kids to experience. And then that's months of planning, trying to figure out all the details, and then after that, then we start contacting the community, trying to see if we can get some donations or use our contacts. So the committee grows from being maybe 5 parents to 15 to 20 to today I think we have about 50 parents.
No detail was spared in making it an authentic travel experience. With passport and boarding pass in hand, the children made their way through security checkpoints, landed in Mexico City, and eventually made their way through customs.
And the goal is to get the kids excited about it. We send out information to the classroom of facts about Mexico and the traveling. They get boarding passes, and we kind of think of the experience from the beginning to the very end. Like, what are they going to feel? What are they going to experience? What are they going to see? We try to have everybody stay in character throughout the whole event, so that when they leave, they feel like, wow, I went somewhere today.
It was a great experience. First of all, it started with a lot of volunteers setting up and putting flowers and banners and everything all over the place, and it's just great just setting up. And then today, then the kids came in and we did TSA, and that's why I'm dressed in uniform today. And we actually, used the same words that TSA usually use. Get your boarding passes ready, have your arms up, we're getting ready to scan you. And the kids get so excited with that, and they really think it's real, because usually when they go through TSA, they're with their parents. But today they're by themselves, so they were a little bit nervous, just pretending to get on the flight. And once they got on the flight, it was just great.
The trip included an engaging tour of the historic center of Mexico City, then a visit to the ancient canals of Xochimilco and the archaeological site of Teotihuacan. Activities of movement included a folkloric dance demonstration and Aztec dancers.
To show them the beauties of Mexico, but also that it's a very active culture. So we thought they love soccer, so let's contact Soccer Fury team. So they came out and they get to run and play soccer and then teach the kids, in this country it's the #1 sport in Mexico, and so we had that component. And then the dance, the beauty of folkloric dancing. So the kids got to watch and then they could practice it with the folkloric dancers. And then our Aztec dancers, they got to see the movements and just the music, and also our mariachis. The kids can get up and dance, or just moving their bodies. So there's a lot of ways to be physically active, to incorporate creativity, imagination, and being physically active all at the same time.
Mental illness. It's known as the silent killer. But during the month of May, the city of Rancho Cucamonga gave this issue a voice and a positive spin by, instead of focusing on the negative, and rather raising awareness for improving mental health.
So communities all across the nation have declared May as Mental Health Awareness Month, and the city of Rancho Cucamonga is no different. Earlier this month, we brought forth a proclamation where our mayor and city council members declared May as Mental Health Awareness Month. This is extremely important for a couple of reasons. Number one, mental health is part of overall community health, and this was identified as a priority health issue amongst our community residents. Back a couple years ago, when we wanted to form and develop a pretty comprehensive strategic plan.
Mental illness is often a taboo issue that is rarely discussed. As part of the Healthy RC Living initiative, the city worked very hard with community leaders and residents to create a welcoming and encouraging conversation about the benefits of mental health.
Unfortunately, there's still a lot of stigma that comes along with having a mental health issue or knowing somebody who is suffering from a mental illness. And one of the things that the community wanted for us to work on was to really look at how to break down some of those barriers. And that's important for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's important for people to take that step to access treatment, but also to come to acceptance with mental health disorders, whether it was inflicting the individual themselves or a friend or a family member. We didn't want that to be a barrier. The community didn't want that to be a barrier. The other thing that the community residents really wanted us to address when we talk about mental health is where to go to get help. And that kind of goes with the first point. There's a lot of resources in and around our community, in and around our county. However, there's a hesitation to engage in that. So we wanted to really send a message to let's start this conversation. Start a community conversation about mental health. Let's talk about the positives about mental health and how to bring about meaningful, sustainable change within that.
Throughout the month of May, the city of Rancho launched a myriad of programs to encourage mental health awareness, including a comprehensive poster campaign throughout the city that targeted 8 different social groups, launched a social media campaign with daily challenges, training sessions for mental health first aid, and on May 26th, everyone in the city was encouraged to wear green.
Green is the color of National Mental Health Awareness Month, and that's one of the things that we wanted to do, is to show solidarity, not just start the conversation, but really show the support, the community-wide support on that.
If you or anyone you know is suffering from a mental issue, visit healthyrc.com for resources around the city and the county, or call 211. Bringing you the best of Rancho Cucamonga, I'm Conchita DeLuca with Healthy RC Living.
And that wraps up our September show. If you tuned in late, don't worry. You can catch Healthy RC Living all month long, airing daily 3 times a day at 8 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon, and 7 in the evening, right here on Channel 3, except Wednesdays. Or watch all the episodes online at healthyrc.com. I'm your host, Heather Dawson. We'll see you next time.
Treat your family to Van Gogurt, packed with live and active culture to boost kids' math and reading skills.
It's sure to satisfy your hunger for inspiration.
Feed your kids the arts. For 10 simple ways to learn how, visit americansforthearts.org.
Eisenbahns make you grow up smart and successful so you can be a doctor, lawyer, handsome, genius composer. like me.
Feed your kids the arts. Visit AmericansForTheArts.org.